The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Hi and welcome to another episode of The Grind. My name is Violet Njeki. Well, today when people are building homes or even flats, they drill boreholes, and people use different methods to drill these boreholes rather. And today I'm joined by the operations manager of Diali Drilling, and he's going to tell us how people get to call him to come and drill boreholes to their sites and to give them water points. And he's going to tell us how it is to run such kind of a business, even in this economy where in Nairobi, water is a problem. Karibu sana.
Thank you, I appreciate.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Mamu Boru. I'm the operation manager, Diali Drilling Limited.
Yeah. What is Diali Drilling?
Diali Drilling Limited is a drilling company dealing with drilling, borehole, hydrological survey, water towers, and many more.
And what exactly led you into deciding that this is the kind of business we want to run?
Okay, there's a circumstances which led to this.
Yeah.
My director, which is the owner of the rig, has a lot of flats, and then it decided to drill a borehole in each of his commercial flats, and then it became a problem, challenges maintaining the borehole, and then the efficiency the rig drillers are giving him became a problem.
Yeah.
So he just decided maybe he can just start his drilling company himself.
He saw a problem and decided to solve
that is
it.
how we came up with the because he had the capacity.
And how long have you been in business?
We have been in business for the last 7 years. This is the 7th year.
Yeah, and
for so good.
In those 7 years, how far and wide have you been able to offer your services?
Okay, we have covered range of places. We have traveled all over the countries, encountered many challenges, and here we are today.
Yeah. So when you're starting such a business, people ask, maybe if it's a shop, they ask for a license. But for drilling, is it also the same thing?
Yeah, it has a license. Yeah, you require an NCA license, water license, and you require a county permit before even doing such a borehole. Yeah.
So when you say a county permit, maybe it's say you're in Nairobi, you have to go to the county office.
Yeah, you just have to go to county offices and then get a permit. Yeah.
So when you want to go through this to get this permit, are there people who actually come and say no, we cannot give you this license?
Yeah, it is a process. Before that, you just start with the WARMA, Water Resource Authority. Then after they give you the license to do the drilling, and then that's when you get to NEMA. They give you the license to go ahead. Then you come up with the county license will be there.
So for the county license is where when you go like maybe to Turkana, you get a county license.
Yeah.
Is that not quite a process for you guys?
It's a process. Yeah,
is it tiring?
Yeah, it's tiring. Yeah, and it's part of the process. You just have to go through it.
Yeah. So even when you go to different counties, for the 7 years I know you've been able to travel in Kenya.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to a county and they're like, no, we are not giving you this license?
Sometimes they just decide to make you go through some challenges because some counties own a drilling rig like this one.
Yes.
So they just have to make you like and there. Some of the challenges.
So when you want to get these licenses, how much does it cost you and the company to get even per county?
Per county, for county permit, it will cost you from 20 to 30,000 Kenyan shillings. Yeah.
What of the whole business in itself?
All the paper,
registering the company.
The registering the company. It's quite a process. It will roughly the paper permits will roughly will be 500,000.
Just to get drilling. Is drilling
cause like some are annually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Annually, it's not like a whole thing.
Like NCA. Yeah, that's annually. So just have to, and there's Kenya. It can be. Yeah,
it's every 3 months.
It's quite expensive.
And you have to do this like every year? You have to get the license renewed?
Yeah, every year you have to renew the license. And then there's another one for the truck to move on the highway. You just have to get the license from Kenya.
Just to move on the highway, you have to get another license?
to move such truck on the highway. Every 3 months you have to renew the license.
So even to get on the highway, you have to get a license. And this will still also cost you in those 3 months?
Yeah, you just have to renew the license after every 3 months.
And how much is the highway license?
15,000 per truck.
Per truck?
Yeah.
And that is every 3 months?
Every 3 months.
So when you're offering services, do you put this in consideration that you have to pay for the payment of your truck on the road?
No, you just don't have to put such. That is the cost because you decided to get into such business. You can't be putting such burden on
your client. Now that we've gone to the clients, how are you able to go to a client and they say, these are the services we are going to offer you. You're going to drill your borehole, and you decide, I'm going to go with this size, or this client has this size. Do you choose for them, or do they just tell you?
First, it has some phases. There's first phase, which is hydrological survey to determine the depth of the borehole, and to determine the formation, to get the graph, so that to guide the driller, the geologist to get the graph, to guide the driller.
You have actually to have a geologist on site?
we just have the geologist on site. Yeah.
So when they tell you the size of the borehole, then what next?
Then after taking the survey, they take the coordinates to Warma to authorize it.
They have to take it first to authorize?
To authorize it. Yeah, because there's some process. There's a law. The borehole should be 150 to 200 meters apart. So they have identified borehole which is around. Yeah. So there's a limitation to dig a borehole around each other to avoid desertification.
Yes. And this machine that I can see right here behind us is what is called the drilling machine.
This is the drilling machine. Yeah.
And how does it work exactly?
Okay, for the system which you're currently using is air drilling, and it consists of two parts. These are modern drilling rig, which consists of two systems, which the one of air drilling and mud drilling.
Air and mud.
Air and mud, yeah. The currently which we are using here in Nairobi is air drilling. To determine which method to use, it depends on the soil formation.
Of the area.
Yeah.
So when you go to the site, do you just put up your machine and you start drilling, or what happens?
For such truck to get to the site, you should have done your survey, and then to do the survey on the geographical area before getting the truck there. Yeah.
When you're doing the drilling, is there a difference? Maybe if I'm building a masonite and I want a borehole, and there's someone doing a flat and they want a borehole, will there be a difference in the boreholes?
It doesn't depend. It doesn't matter what you are doing. The charges goes on per meter. We charge per meter, so it doesn't matter what you are doing. You are doing this, and this. The flats, no. What determine our charges is we do it per meter. Yeah.
And how much do you charge per meter?
Here in Nairobi, ranges from 6,000 to 6,500 to 7,000.
They actually are different within Nairobi and other counties?
Yeah, it depends. Because for us, we're based in Nairobi.
Yes.
So you just have to put the mobilization fee into consideration.
And how many people do you need to work such a machine?
To work a machine? Okay, it consists of a team of 7 people. Yeah.
Your people, are these people you have trained that you carry with, or what happens?
Yeah, there's a driller, 3 analysts, geologist, and a welder. Yeah.
Did you have to teach them, or they came with the knowledge of how to use this machine?
No, some like for analysts, you just no need of specific qualification. Yeah.
As long as they can analyze.
Yeah, they can.
And how long do you take to drill one borehole?
There's no specific date. Sometimes you just plan for 2 days, end up doing it for like maybe 1 month. Yeah.
So when you're
it depends with the soil formation.
Of the area. That is what depends on what. So we've seen some of the drilling that you've been doing here today, and we've seen a lot of like metal going inside and inside. What exactly is happening there?
Okay, that's called drilling rig, drilling rods. Yeah, you put before putting the rods, you started with what is called armor, which has a head called a bit, consisting of a bit which is some pieces of diamond, and then you put the rod. Yeah.
Did you say pieces of diamond?
Yeah.
Is that not expensive?
It's expensive. It's quite costly. Yeah.
And how much do you get your rods, and where do you get them from?
There are authorized suppliers in Kenya who are called PRDs. They are the authorized sellers here in Kenya. Yeah.
They are the only ones who actually sell them.
For the PRD rigs.
And how much does it cost you to get them?
For the rods, ranges from 60,000 to 70,000 per rod.
Per rod? That's one rod?
Yeah, that's
and
one
how
rod.
many do you need in a site?
For this one, you need 100 rods, because it can dig up to 500 meters.
500 meters, that...
Because it's a max drill.
So it actually goes one rod after the other.
Yeah, one rod is 5 meters, so you need 100 rods.
So when it comes to this machine, did you buy it in the country or did you have to source it out?
The PRD are the ones who are authorized to import it.
You can't do it as a...
You can do it, but you do it through them.
They are the only ones who can actually bring it to you.
It will be the easier way.
It's actually the easier way out instead of you having... And does that cost you as a company?
It's quite costly.
Can we estimate?
It's costly.
It's costly.
Yeah.
So when you come to your clients,
okay,
how are your clients able to say, I want to get to only to use Diali to drill for me? Is it that people actually see the work you've done so that they can actually call you, or what?
Yeah, there's a lot of drilling companies here in Kenya.
Yes.
But for a client to say, I only want Diali, it depends on the work you have done for the previous client.
Yes.
Yeah, quality is our priority.
For you, quality is your priority.
Yeah.
Oh, priority, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That is quite interesting. Well, actually, I'm learning that drilling is not as cheap as we actually thought. It's quite an expensive business, and maintaining it seems like quite a hassle.
It's a hassle.
Well, you're going on a short break, but we'll be right back to understand how exactly you're able to maintain your business in this drilling industry. We'll be right back.
Oh, hi guys. Sorry, you found me 5 minutes before I started recording, but anyway, so most of you have been asking me why I started Lady CLC 19 with Joy Rongo. I have also had my own share of pain. I know how it feels to want to give up. This is basically here to speak hope and inspire somebody who's going through a rough patch, to tell them that they can turn their pain into power. Our guests are normally here to share their experiences so that you can know somebody else did it, so you can also come out of it stronger and better. Let me go to my recording, and remember to always stay tuned every Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
Undertaking husband duties on a boyfriend tender.
Guys, with bromance, do you share your woman with the bro?
Have a sister, give me your sister. I show you how these things are done.
So you go release and be like,
Send him free. Welcome back to The Grind. For those who had missed the first part, I'm talking to the operations manager of Diali Drilling, and he's been explaining to us how they were able to start this business and how far they have gone. Well, even in this such kind of a business, there are sometimes maybe you can go to a site and you discover that I cannot drill this place. What happens then?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to abandon it because of some circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you go there and you find ina hatuwezi, what happens? Mnaambia to client we can't do this, or what goes on?
Yeah, maybe he just looks for another alternative. If we decide we just pull out of doing the work, maybe for another alternative.
What if you go to a site and you find that? What is mainly the cause of that? Is it the rocks, or what mainly is the cause of you not drilling?
Sometimes the difficulty part is never even not the rocks. There is something which is called loss of circulation, because we use pressure to compact on the soil.
Yes.
And then it has some caves inside. Just that is one of the challenges we face doing the drilling.
Now, before even we talk about the challenges, maintenance of such a machine, how are you able to maintain it in good quality? Because it deals with water as well, so there's also the fear of rust. How are you able to maintain such?
Okay, you just have to get quality spare parts for it. It needs a good maintenance and a good spare parts. Yeah.
So
regular checkups.
How regular are the checkups?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah, you just have to do a checkup for it.
And do you have a specific place you go to your checkups, like the PRD as well, or do you go how people just take nikona mechanic wangu?
Yeah, we have our mechanic also. Before it gets to some extent, that's where we take it to the specialists.
Yeah. Now you've told me you have 7, 8 employees that actually work on the machine.
On one machine.
How are you able to protect their safety, to keep them safe? What is the safety precautions that you take?
The first is you must be having a PPR on site. Yeah, with safety first.
Yes.
That's what we consider. Yes.
So what is his work exactly?
For
the PP, you've called it the PPR. What exactly happens?
The safety gadget, the helmets, safety boots, safety ear protectors, because it has a lot of noise. Yeah.
So all of them,
gloves.
they have to?
Yeah, they have to.
When you're working with your employees there, do you get someone from the government to come and actually check on what you're doing, or do you do it by yourself?
It happens. From Warma, from NCA, they just come and check whether we are licensed to do such work. Yeah, and you just have to have your papers on site.
So that when they ask, you just give it to them?
Yeah, just give it to them.
But such kind of a work is quite risky.
It's risky.
What are some of the risks that you face when you go out in the field?
The sum of risk is because mostly what we deal with is heavy roads and metals. Sometimes people get some minor injuries here and there. Yeah, injuring your fingers.
You are able to take care of it, right?
Yeah, we just have to take care of it. You just have to have your first aid kit on site.
You have it on standby?
Yeah, on standby.
So for all businesses, they face challenges. What are some of the challenges that you faced from 7 years in? What are some of the challenges that you face?
Challenges, we just have to be competitive. What I mean by being competitive, we have competitors in the market too.
Yes.
Yeah, we just have to be competitive. Sometimes challenges those are one of the challenges, being lowering the prices. Fuel price going up because we use a lot of fuel.
Or it's actually fuel, not electric.
It's fuel, yeah. It uses a lot of fuel.
How many liters?
Thousands of liters to dig such borehole. Maybe 5,000 liters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the price of fuel goes up, it actually affects.
Yeah.
So when you've gotten a number of clients, even in the 7 years, you've been able to create a clientele. How have you been able to reach out to these clients and maintain them?
To maintain them, we just have to do quality work for them. Yeah, you never know who is watching you.
Yes.
You never know who will be your next client. You just have to do a good quality. maybe you will get a referral from your client. Yeah, that's how we work.
When you get these clients, do they pay right there or do they pay after the work is done?
Okay, what you usually do, you just have to do then 50% before commencing of the work. Yeah.
So even from when you started, even when you were starting, did you ever get to a client that you've done their work and they're refusing to pay the other half?
It usually happens.
What do you do then?
We just have to do a legal process and follow up on the money.
It actually gets to that part
because it's not just coming and doing the work. We just have to sign the contract.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you go to the client, you give them, you're signing this?
Yeah. Because doing a borehole, it's quite costly for a client too. Maybe 2-3 million, 4 million. You just have to have a contract with your client. You can't just be going to a site without any agreement.
Yes.
Yeah. You never know what will happen.
Yes. So when you're drilling, maybe let's say in Nairobi, and there are flats around, do you consider the fact that maybe some of the flats may be weak and may actually fall from the vibrations of the machine?
Vibration, the bit which you are using is 8 inch. The hole is the width of the hole is very minimal to cause the vibration of such a building to fall. Yeah.
So you've never actually encountered that?
It won't cause that.
So with the noise that comes from this machine, there are actually like tenants in other houses and they're like, "Staki hiyo kelele." Have you ever gotten to others who are coming to you and telling you, "I need you people to actually do something with this noise"? And how are you able to deal with that?
Sometimes some clients, some neighbors complain a lot.
Yeah.
But we are looking for water, which is
it's a basic commodity.
A basic commodity.
Yeah.
You just have to bear with us.
Yeah. So when you're going.
Okay, and before that. We got the license from NEMA for sound pollution and environmental impact assessment.
Oh, so the one that you get from NEMA is actually for pollution?
Yeah, for pollution.
Wow, okay, that is quite interesting. I didn't know that. Well, that is quite interesting. So when you're going to places like Wajir, where it's hard to get water, how far deep do you actually guys go to actually get the water?
Okay, the fact is, even if Wajir is dry, doesn't mean that if
there's no water entirely.
Doesn't mean that water is very far from the top layer. Yeah, sometimes it just happens that Wajir is 200 meters and Nairobi you just dig 300 meters. Yeah.
Well, you may dig deeper in Nairobi than in Wajir. Yeah. Wow. Have you ever gotten to a place where you've started the drilling and you find we're not getting to the water? It's actually going deeper?
Sometimes it happens.
And how are you able to deal with that?
Sometimes the geological survey might be differing from the theory, from the practical which is being done on the site. Sometimes, yeah, it happens.
So when a geologist comes to the site, maybe do they have to meet with the client first or they meet with you first?
Okay, they will meet with me and then I send the geologist to the site to do the survey.
When they go to the site to do the survey and they find that this place cannot actually be used, do they advise the client or what happens?
They give me the report so that I can advise the client.
Oh, so they do not give the direct answer to you. It is you who gives the client. Have you ever gotten a client who's quite stubborn?
It usually happens. Human being, you just encounter with people with different characters. You just have to cope with them. Because like you have just decided to do this business. You just have to be patient.
Yes.
Yeah, you just encounter different kind of people with different view.
Yes.
Yeah, different behaviors.
Yeah. And since you started this business 7 years ago, what is that point in the business that you looked at it and you said, now this is why Diali drilling is in the business? That high point in business?
Okay, our clients are the ones who are keeping us in the business. Yeah, because we are giving them the quality work, and then we're getting referrals from them. We just appreciate them.
Your clients are your biggest base.
Yeah.
So when you're, let me ask, I forgot to ask a question about this machine. When you go to your site, What happens when it breaks down? Has it ever broken down, and what happens then?
Sometimes it just happens. Some minor breakdowns. It just happens. Yeah.
How are you able to deal with that? Like, do you stop the drilling, go back to strategize?
No, we just have to do. We have all the equipment for doing the repairs on the ground.
You carry them with you?
Yeah, we carry them because we have set track to carry everything we need, every equipment.
So when it breaks down, is it your people who work on it, or do you get your mech now to come?
Yeah, for minor breakdowns, there's some people, our people who can work on it. When it gets to extreme cases, that's when we maybe help for reinforcement.
You have to get reinforcements to actually come and work with it. Wow, that's quite interesting. But let us say that you're far. Maybe you've gone to northeastern parts or even Kisumu parts, yes, and you've not carried your mech. What happens?
Yeah, we just have. Sometimes, sometimes we go to some places. There's no town nearby.
Yes.
Maybe the nearest town is 50 kilometers away. We just have to wait for people from Nairobi, maybe for 2 weeks in the jungle.
Does that cost you or the client that they have to wait the 2 weeks?
We just have to put it on our side because like we have signed the contract to do this work.
Yes.
We just don't have to put the burden of the breakdown on our client. Yeah.
But will the client understand that now that our machine is broken down, you'll have to wait for like a week or two?
Sometimes it's very hard for client to. You just have to convince them to make them understand. These are the normal things to happen.
It happens.
Yeah,
actually.
sometimes it happens. It's normal for a breakdown to happen.
Yeah, even for a car, even when you're driving, it has to happen. So for the 7 years that you've been operations manager, what has this business taught you to be as a person or even as an operations manager?
Yeah, you just encounter many things. You go to many places. It's just perseverance and patience. Yeah.
It has taught you to actually persevere. When I didn't ask you, did you go to school to learn about drilling?
For me, I never went to school to study such things, but I have a knowledge of water systems and equipment. Yeah.
So you are able to put that together and be able to run this business. Wow, that is quite interesting. So what would you tell someone who wants to actually delve into this kind of a business, that they want to do this business?
For people, maybe for newcomers, it's just kind of, it's like they know other businesses. It's sometimes it's hard. You just have to. It needs a lot of commitment. To be patient. Yeah.
Well, we talked about competitors, and you say there are competitors in the market. But what exactly keeps you in the loop when people say, I want to use Diali drilling? This is why I went for Diali drilling.
Yeah, sometimes, as I said earlier, quality is what matters a lot.
Yes.
Sometimes some clients have some issues with the drilling companies, like the meters, which was to be dug, which can not be attained because of some reasons. Putting some issues there and there.
But for you, quality?
Yeah, quality
is what you go with?
Yeah, quality is what we go with.
Well, for Diali Drilling, it's quality that has kept them in the business for 7 years now. And they've been able to traverse the country, actually drilling boreholes for people who need water. Well, that is all that we had for you today here on The Grind. My name is Violet Njaki, and until next time when you get to another business, another entrepreneur, till then, see you soon.
We value your feedback. If you would like to send questions, comments, or suggestions for your favorite TV47 shows, call us on telephone number 0740 047 047 or email us at maoni@tv47.